I have a new deck. Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't bought a new deck for absolutely ages. Before I start, forgive the traffic. It's pouring with rain outside. It's also school emptying time, so there's a lot of traffic going by, but I want to catch the light here. So I bought a new deck. I was just having a little look, as you do. I haven't done that for ages because I've been trying not to buy anything. I saw this Tarot Landscapes by Vivida. It's edited by Francesca Mattioni, illustrations by Yoshimari. I just immediately, I thought, oh no, I'm going to buy a deck, and I didn't intend this to turn into spending, but this is really my cup of tea. I love working with the spirit of place. I get a lot from nature and landscapes. I really feel this. I hope this is going to live up to my expectations. I saw it on Amazon. Oh, there's an octopus on the back. I've literally just ripped the plastic off. I haven't done anything else. I hadn't spotted this. There's an octopus on the side of the box. That's fabulous. It only showed a few of the majors. I thought it was going to be a pip deck, but on Amazon, one lovely person had left a review showing some of the minors and they weren't pips, so I ordered it. It was, oh my gosh, how much was it? I think it was something like £18, so it was really cheap. I'm really hoping we get in here, what are the landscapes I'm hoping to see? I hope we get a really sort of witchy, woody landscape. Mushrooms would be nice in there. I'm thinking of the landscapes that are important to me. I really hope that we get a wild sort of Welsh beach kind of scene. Yeah, I'm just really excited. It might be an absolute dud. I couldn't find anything anywhere on YouTube about the deck, so I'm really going into this blind. So there's going to be no deep insights into this. It is literally just going to be, let's just look at this together. It says on the back, every tarot card opens the door to a whole world, inviting the reader in. Oh my gosh, immediately I'm in pathworking, I'm in meditation. What does the hermit see from his nocturnal summit? Who awaits the star on the riverbanks hidden in the bushes? We won't just be looking at the individual tarot cards in this deck. We will be entering the very landscapes they evoke or inhabit. So it's a pull-out draw thing. It's quite sturdy. Look, I'm shaking it. It's only moved a little bit, so that's good. So it's got quite a chunky monkey little book in there. Full colour, positive and negative readings. Wow, look at that. Entering the landscape. Cool. I'm not going to spoil the cards. Oh, and then inside it we have a tuck box inside. So I'm not quite sure why we needed a tuck box as well, but I suppose sometimes with those pull out drawers you can get a little bit of a they can loosen up after time, can't they? So you've just got the option of keeping it in the tuck box. It's quite substantial though, it's not flimsy. These are the backs. Can you see? I'm struggling to see through my own viewfinder here. So those are the backs, so they're fully reversible if that matters to you. Size of the deck, I've got a Wild Unknown right here, so yeah, the kind of typical tarot size, slightly thick card stock, but it is still flexible. Look, that's still going to shuffle, but it is quite thick, but never mind, we'll just go with it. I'll see at the end how it shuffles. So let's have a look at these cards together. Oh my gosh, look at that full card. That is so cute. What is it? It is just a little dog up there, but look at that rainbow. I suppose you've got that symbol of hope there, you know, hope that when you jump off the cliff that it's all going to be fine. Oh, the art is absolutely beautiful. So you've got the Magician, love it. The High Priestess, of course, is an owl. I wonder if there's an animal in every card actually. But you've got this lovely mystical landscape. You've got the water, you've got the moon in the background. I love that. And the Magician, you've got like the so above, so below there. Oh, you've got the Empress with the shade like a home, and the sunshine coming in. There isn't an animal in every card because look, the Emperor is a city. Oh no, I take it back. Look, there's a little insect in there. Brilliant landscape for the Emperor. The Hierophant, you've got these birds with a home in the tree. Oh my gosh, the Lovers are otters in this beautiful landscape here. See, if I was pathworking into this card, I'd want to go over the bridge and into the home and you see what happy families and what lovers meet there, or it could be lovers having like a picnic by the river. Ah, the Chariot. Now you've got the bird flight going down this tunnel of trees, so on a mission on this path. But then you could get out of the Chariot and start exploring through the woods, seeing like the path less travelled. Immediately that's added to the Chariot card for me. Oh, Strength, with a bird trying to get the berries. So there are red berries and there are blue berries, almost like the strength to warn that you've got claws, like red fruit. Or the strength for foliage to grow in what looks like a city park. There's lots of ideas to explore there. Oh my gosh, look at that hermit card. It is absolutely brilliant. So I would automatically think about pathworking, climbing up that. What am I leaving at the base? What's inside the cave? That would take me directly into the cave. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. I also really like the way that the text is. I'm not quite sure about this intrusive white with the number on. I don't think that's needed, but it's nothing I can't look past. But it would be so lovely without that there. I don't mind these at the bottom so much, but that is a bit stark, I think. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you could pathwork off the earth. And Justice, you've got the salmon jumping upstream. Wow, Justice linking to that idea of going back to the past with the salmon. Now for me, ancestor work is linked to that idea of a river that flows both ways, and that is just perfect for Justice for me. Oh, the Hanged Man, look at that. You've got the fish going down to a underground city. That really is twisting your perspective on like a world or a city where everything is different. The minute it looks similar but it's totally different under the water. That's brilliant. And then you've got Death. Oh no, look, there's a little turtle with a seagull looking at it. Oh, how sad. You just want it to make it to the water's edge. Oh, look at the Temperance card. So you've got a lamb drinking here and a wolf here, both from the same stream, both living with each other. That kind of balance, that alchemy, like the water is the mixing of them both. That would be a really useful card to pathwork in when you're trying to integrate some shadow or some different parts of yourself, to actually put this card up and to meditate on walking through these trees, going to the pond. You might meet the wolf. What would the wolf say? You might meet the lamb. There might be another creature there waiting for you. I can really see how this deck is going to work. Oh, and the Devil, look. So we've got the nighttime wood and we've got the stag, but with these sort of devilish eyes. The Tower is this kind of crevice in the cliffs. I mean, where is this taking you down to? Is this down to a cave in between hills, or like a hidden valley somewhere? And the bird flying above it. What has dropped into this crevasse? And the star, look at that. And I think, are these dandelions for wishing upon a star? That's wonderful. The moon, so you've got the lunar moth there, and you've got a toad as well. This looks like some sort of wishing well that the moon is going into. Ah, and the sun, of course, a sunflower field. What are these? Are these rabbit ears? I think those might be rabbit ears. which takes you into the flowers. Oh, I love the Judgment card. Oh my gosh, I love that. So you've got a tent here, and you've got what looks like a baby deer with an ancestral figure or fox appearing. And the world with a polar bear, look at that. Again, that not only speaks of like the end of a circle, you've also got environmental issues coming in there. The Ace of Swords, brilliant. You've got the iceberg, so there's way more going on underneath the surface. A brilliant depiction of the world of thoughts. You know, the actions are only the surface of what you see. There's a lot more going underneath the surface. And this looks like a bird trying to come up to it with a decision to take flight or to migrate or something. And look, you've got that link back to the World card, the Three of Swords with the ice breaking. And look, there's red algae, it looks, or possibly that could be a depiction of like blood and heartbreak. Hint back to the Rider-Waite, perhaps with the swords in the heart, like imitating a heart under the water. You've got the Four of Swords. So again, that idea of migration with the birds finding a lake to take rest on in amongst a mountain range. Like the safety of this lake in amongst these high peaks. What a lovely image to pathwork into, and to meet all the ducks there. Is that a woodpecker? They're battling for places in the tree, I don't know. And the Six of Swords, kingfisher. Oh my gosh, a kingfisher in flight is the most beautiful thing to see. I once saw a kingfisher when I went to Ireland, and it was by the banks of a river. And then you've got the boat as well. So that magical sort of rare idea of like a journey to the smoother waters over here. The Seven of Swords is a hopping kangaroo in a dry desert. So could the link with the kangaroo be the idea of hidden things, like that idea of deception with the pouch? I'm not sure yet, but a fantastic card again to pathwork into. Oh gosh, look at that dark alley with the bin and the snake down there. Very anxiety building, and yet there are lights there to follow. And you've got the Nine of Swords, stuff of nightmares, the twisted gnarly trees, the weird sickly light, and the bats. Brilliant for the Nine of Swords. And the Ten of Swords, something being over, the feathers of a dead bird perhaps. This idea of heaven's light coming in, but this dilapidated, it looks like an old factory setting. Something is dead and gone here, only the memory remains. A really impactful place to pathwork into, I would have thought. And then you've got the court cards. So we've got the Page of Swords. These are all birds by the looks of it. The Knight of Swords. Love the dynamic action of the Knight of Swords. And in fact, it's a bird of prey, because the Knight of Swords, if you've watched my channel for half a minute, you'll know that the Knight of Swords is my narcissistic card. And that kind of attack mode of a bird of prey is perfect. And the Queen of Swords, I love to see the owl for that. And I love these. And the King of Swords, the vulture, oh my gosh, that's so good. So my King of Swords, I call it my divorce energy card. Walking into divorce court, where you have to leave all emotion at the door and only present facts. I wrapped myself in the King of Swords energy every time I did it. And I suppose a vulture is devoid of the emotion around death. It's just very practical. It's a carcass to eat. Brilliant for the King of Swords. So that's the sword suit. We've got wands now. So the Ace of Wands, I love that card so much. So action every year, building upon action, just 1 year at a time, one task at a time, one step at a time, one brick at a time, can build a tree. I love that. So you've got the Two of Wands, is this lovely archway with the roses, and like you've got a path, your eyes taken up and through. You've got the butterfly to transform things, transform with a plan to move from one place to another. I love that. The Three of Wands, they're like spirit animals in the fire. So you've got a rabbit, it looks like, is it a pig, and a bird. The Four of Wands, a sunny day and the harvest ready, that sort of celebratory feeling. The Five of Wands with the badger. The Six of Wands, a road home to this glorious place on the hillside. The Seven of Wands, that solo penguin standing on its own in an eclipse. The Eight of Wands, I love the fact that the movement of the Eight of Wands is depicted with the fireworks, and is this a chameleon changing its colours to match? It's very dark for the Nine of Wands. You've got this kind of spiky brush. This looks like water here, a distant shore, but you've got storms as well. So you've got a lot of hurdles to overcome. It's a very dark path, but look, you've got all these fireflies lighting the way, so just to persevere and to keep going. And then you've got the Ten of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands, you've got this idea of burden. Have you got one animal there? Oh no, it's a cart. It's a hay cart, and the donkey's shed its weight. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's literally shed its burden. And you've got this looks like a wing of a bird here looking down. So it's almost like the idea of setting itself free, shedding its burden. I love that. So let's look at the court. Oh my gosh, look at that Page of Wands. That's so gorgeous. About to put a wish into action, and again you've got a very dynamic Knight of Wands. Again, I love that so much. And you've got the Queen of Wands is a, oh my gosh, that's a really unusual Queen of Wands. It's a fox sleeping in the roots of a tree. I love that. What does the book say about the Queen of Wands? Why is that a sleeping fox? That's just caught my attention. Let's have a look. The Queen of Wands. Among the roots in the subsoil, a fox is asleep and dreaming. Dreams sprout from the ground like mushrooms. Oh, I love it. So they're mushrooms, not trees, are they? Oh my gosh, dreams from the ground sprout from the ground like mushrooms and plants, which in turn communicate to the landscape of the Queen of Wands, feeding and keeping it alive. Oh my gosh, it's like that network under the soil of communication, which is very much Queen of Wands. Feeding and keeping it alive in this suspended forest, even while asleep, the Queen of Wands has more power than anything that moves fast and aims for the lofty heights. Fox, witch, mother, sister, she fills the scene with warmth through her thick fur and fantasy. Trust your intuition when you arrive in her world, believe. And the positive is trusting yourself, sharp-witted. The negative is vengeful and jealousy. Oh my gosh, I love the fact that it's saying even asleep, the Queen of Wands energy connects everything, controls everything, warms it up. Isn't that wonderful? And those, you could either view those as trees or as gigantic mushrooms viewed from underneath, or both. Oh my gosh, I love it. I really love it. And the King of Wands is a white tiger in a jungle. Wonderful stuff. Okay, cups. So you've got a pond there. I'm looking for the animal in the cup suit and I can't see it. I cannot see an animal in there. Did the other aces have animals in? No, it didn't. So perhaps the aces are the only ones without an animal in. So we're just purely in a landscape by ourselves in the aces. So a pond, a beautiful pond in the middle of this really strange but beautiful landscape. I love that. Oh my gosh, it's a unicorn for the Two of Cups in this sort of magical forest. I love it. The Three of Cups, again you've got the salmon jumping in this gorgeous landscape. You've got the Four of Cups is a heron flying towards the sunset, obviously not being happy to live anywhere here, so looking beyond what you've got. So the Five of Cups, you've got a little mouse not accessing anything under the willow tree. Is there sadness here? Are there endings here? Abandoned toys. So you've got a pumpkin patch, you've got a kids pull along trolley with blocks in, you've got a swing there that looks like some sort of wasp nest or a bee nest. So you've got the nostalgia there of the Six of Cups. I love that so much. The Seven of Cups is all the jellyfish with all the different coral to choose from. And the Eight of Cups, you've got that idea of leaving something behind with the rail tracks. And then in the Nine of Cups, you've got an oasis with a camel. So a wish, a dream, a mirage, perhaps everything you hoped for. And then the Ten of Cups, oh my gosh, you've got domesticated pets. That looks like a dog and a cat sitting there. Okay, we're up to the court cards, and these are all fish for the cups. So you've got the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Oh, look at that, the Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups is the octopus. That is just wonderful. So Pentacles, we have, again, no animal in this one, just a pure landscape. It's a standing stone, an etched standing stone with a labyrinth on. Absolutely fantastic for putting you straight into earth magic. Oh my gosh, look at the Two of Pentacles. We've got a raccoon trying to get a boulder over balancing on this tree trunk. I love it. The Three of Pentacles. You have, is it a squirrel? I'm not sure what that is for the Four of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a koala. We have on the Six of Pentacles something peeping around the door there. So somebody's obviously left a gift on the doorstep. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, the patience to sit and wait and look over the landscape, or to wait for the birds to hatch and fly away. The Eight of Pentacles. So you've got a nest and a swarm of bees here. So the productivity and the craftsmanship of bees making honey. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is this beautiful walled garden, that luxury element of the Nine of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. Is it a dog and a rabbit? Look, right, the Ten of Pentacles. It says of the Ten of Pentacles, where the trees form a natural arch, two animals stand, a dog, the symbol of fidelity, and a rabbit ready to run off into the woods in the landscape of the Ten of Pentacles. The place in which you reside is well kept, welcoming home. However, it also looks out over the equally fascinating magic of the unexplored forest. Never forget to look beyond the peace of your material and emotional possessions. In order to return to your foundation, you must always be ready to embark on another adventure. So the positive meaning is domestic peace, material foundation. The negative is a lack of foundational broken traditions. So it's saying you've got financial security and peace and well-ordered stuff going on, but beyond that, don't forget that there's more than like material security. There is a wild adventure awaiting. I love that. And then for the Page, we have a turtle, the Knight of Pentacles, that slow plodding energy, wonderful depiction of an elephant. The Queen of Pentacles is a bear. Oh my gosh, I love that, mama bear. And the King of Pentacles is a gorilla. Oh my gosh, guys, I really love this deck. I love it. Right, shall we see how it shuffles? So it is quite thick, look at that. But I don't mind the cardstock. It is matte, it is smooth. Oh my gosh, that extra fraction of length on that means I can hardly get my fingers around it. That is, I'm not going to lie, quite a stiff shuffle. It feels a little bit like the new Hay House cardstock, and it's made that little bit, yeah, you can see it won't bridge very much. So if you're not a big fan of the Hay House cardstock, you might not like this. That extra tiny bit of length for me as well makes it even extra hard. I will waterfall shuffle this for sure, which is a sideways shuffle. I think that's called a waterfall shuffle. It's what I've always called it. So I will be doing it that way for sure, just because it is slightly too long for my hands. So it will riffle. It's really tight on the bridge. If you've got bigger hands than me, which I think is possibly every person in the world, it's doable. Overhand is lovely. It's not sticky, it's not slippy. Overhand is a joy actually. It's got that lovely swoosh to it. Right, let's just pull one card. This is our card for everybody, and we're going to read from the guidebook. I've already read a few from the guidebook, but let's read. Okay, the Chariot. Let's see what it says about the Chariot. And look at this, guys. The book is just lovely. So that's what the book looks like for the minors. And then for the majors, you get a page for each. Isn't that fantastic? So for the Chariot, it says, road stretches straight out toward the horizon. The trees arch overhead to let the traveller pass through the landscape of the Chariot, directing them to their destination. An eagle, a symbol of looking ahead and determination, shows us the way to light. Follow your instinct, the will you found through the magician when you get on the Chariot and move with his own determination. So dare. The eagle screeches at you as it quickly emerges from the arched trees and darts into the heights of the sky, a messenger of light. And yet this is not all the landscape has to offer. There are grey areas between the trees, cracks and small paths. So we are entering the uncultured, the unknown. You risk losing your path to enter. Continuing also means paying attention to how much you leave behind, how much is outside of your control. Carry out your vision knowing that it is just one of many. The positive aspects of the card are determination and ambition. The negative is ruthlessness and lack of control. So didn't I say when I was talking about this card that if I was pathworking I would want to go in between the trees and explore as well, and it did bring that up in the description. So that's it, guys. That is Tarot Landscapes. It is by Vivida Press. I'll leave the link where I got it on UK Amazon down below, but what do you guys think? I would love your opinion on that. This is one that I know for definite is going to be part of my meditation practice. It, without doubt, this is going to be for pathworking, and I am very excited about it. It is mass market, really affordable. Cardstock a little bit too stiff, cards a little bit too long to make it a mega easy shuffle for me. I'm sure it'd be fine for most of you, but I really like it. I really love it. I'm very impressed actually, and I'm impressed with the guidebook from what I've seen so far. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed that, just a quick walkthrough, and thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.